consider yourself a radical feminist.
Oh.
Yeah.
What does that mean to be a radical feminist to you?
Well,
Radical.
I'm about to get clipped. I'm scared.
Just go ahead.
She said she's gonna get clipped.
Well, like, I'm just trying to think of how to explain this. I say I'm a radical feminist because, like, I agree with a lot of their views. And so, you want me to, like, tell you those views, or?
Like, just start listing some ideas, like.
Or like some
Oh.
concepts.
So, okay, well,
Yeah.
Okay.
what's your definition of feminism to start?
Well, to...
What does it mean to be a feminist? And then I suppose you consider yourself a radical feminist, so that's another component.
Yeah. Like what it means to be a feminist?
Sure.
Well, to be a feminist, I guess it means for... I don't know exactly how to explain this, but...
So why do you consider yourself
Hold
a
on,
radical
just
feminist?
give her a chance. Go ahead.
because I agree with their values.
What are the values?
Exactly.
I mean, there's a lot
Can
of
you
different
name a
ones.
value
Like-
that they have?
Well, one thing, maybe this is just me, but I think porn should be illegal.
That's fair.
Okay.
Oh,
There should not be nothing.
That is a feminist position, sure.
Yeah.
Okay.
And, I mean, there is kind of like equity that...
Just one point of clarification on that. When you say porn should be illegal, do you mean it should be illegal to make, illegal to consume? What?
not exist.
Okay. What about prostitution? Should that be illegal? Now, question on the prostitution thing: should it be illegal for men? Should the men be prosecuted, or should the women be prosecuted? Assuming it's a woman who's a prostitute.
Well, the guy who's buying or the pimp?
Well, okay, you could be a
just-
prostitute and not have a pimp. I'm saying, so there's the prostitute, and then there's the
Okay.
guy
I'm
who's.
just- okay, so like the guy that's buying the prostitute.
But the prostitute, it shouldn't be illegal to be a prostitute, but it should be illegal to.
Well, didn't they do that in Nevada?
I think they've done that in some places.
They
Yeah.
decriminalized it, but
Zero accountability.
and so like they're all hoeing now.
Okay, but in any, so you were making some other points too, as far as some of the values that you believe in related to feminism.
But one thing is I kind of do believe the person that's buying, like the prostitute, should get in trouble more so than the prostitute. But except I know the argument of like...
Yeah, we already got that, but what are the other values?
of-
Besides you said make porn illegal and then the prostitution
I think we have a
thing.
way that we can jump into this.
Hold on, just let her speak. Go ahead.
Well, like, I mean, I'm kind of into like the equity thing.
Okay. Anything else?
I'm trying to think.
The equity thing. Like,
Well, okay. Here, did you have something?
Yeah. So how do you feel about the wage gap?
Do you believe there's a wage gap?
Well,
Quote unquote
there
over here.
is. Yes, there is
Okay,
a
there.
The
wage gap.
You think that there is a wage gap?
There is a wage gap.
Why do you think that that is?
What do you mean? Why do you? I think
I'm
what
like
it is.
ready to I'm ready to jump.
Yeah,
Why
me
do you think
too.
that there's a wage gap? Like what is the reasoning that you think that there is a wage gap?
Like why?
What-
there
what-
Yeah,
is
like
a
what do
wage-
you think caused the wage gap? Like the wage gap that you think that there is between men and women, what do you think the cause of that is?
And also, do you want to tell us what is the wage gap?
Well, it's where women are being paid less
For what?
working.
Across the board. So in all in every single industry, in every single job, you cannot find a single woman who's paid more than a man, for example. Or are you
Well,
saying on the average?
See, okay, on the wage gap thing,
Yeah.
I don't know exactly how it works out and
Okay.
everything.
But
know.
you believe it exists.
But, yeah.
Okay.
I mean, I used to not believe it exists.
So you used to be based, but then
it still
But-
doesn't.
The wokie's daughter.
I'm just gonna say it doesn't.
Oh,
as
Nikki.
a female, there
Okay.
should be that line and like that gap. As a female, you should be working harder. Like
Yeah,
like you
but
should have
as
that
a
ideal.
female-
You should have that ideal image to be like, okay, these guys are like working harder than me. What am I doing wrong?
Here,
Or
let me try to help. So how much is the wage gap?
Isn't it like $3?
What?
What do you mean $3?
$3.
So
Like,
a
or
man
the
makes $3
percentage?
and a woman makes 1, or what do you mean?
It's like, or was it 3%? But because there was a article or something on that I was
Yeah, there's a
reading.
lot.
I don't
of
think you know
articles.
your facts straight, and I don't think you should be representing something that you don't really have your facts straight.
And you haven't even
Personally-
given like a
Wage
reason or like opinion or
Or
I don't even know
valid
where you
one.
stand or why you stand there. I would want to argue back, but I don't even understand what you're saying.
You don't even. I'm sorry. I'm not trying to knock you. I'm just saying that there's no such thing as a wage gap.
Yeah, I
Obviously,
respect your
there's
opinion,
like
but I don't know
there's
what it
female
is or
rappers
why.
right now that are disproving that as we speak. There's female nurses, female doctors that have more money than guys. That's already way disproven because
Wait, what did you guys mean in wage gap?
that's what you
Like,
brought up. That's
gap
I
what,
in the
didn't bring
wages?
that up.
But you're aware of it and you believe.
Well, no, okay, because are we talking about like men dominating things and the money thing?
Well,
Like,
Are you?
explain what you were meaning by wage gap.
Well, she brought it up, so if you want to go ahead.
Well, okay, so I guess like the traditional argument that I hear the most is sports. Like, oh, well, women's basketball players don't get paid as much as men basketball players do. Well, there's a reason for that,
Well, I think
Because
she needs
people
to
don't-
explain because feminism isn't it like a universal thing. There's so many different opinions about it. So if she's not even saying what she agrees with or why she believes that, then we can't just be, talking.
but we shouldn't bring up
Okay,
something that
so
you are if you aren't representing that. Like
The wage gap. First off, it's been illegal to pay women less for the same job since 1963. If it is so prevalent, you would see more people getting fined, sued, and companies shut down. Also, if it was the case, for example, that you could pay a woman, say, 30% less than the man to do the exact same job, companies would exclusively hire women. Because what is the primary interest of a business?
Money.
Would you agree? Primary purpose of a business is to make money. So as a business owner or as a corporation, if you can save 30% on employment by hiring women only, then you would do it. Fact of the matter is, there is no wage gap. There's an earnings gap, but that's different than a wage gap. Men earn more overall for the same job. For the same job position, men and women get paid the same wage. But men earn more. There's a whole bunch of reasons. For example, women get paid, you might say that women get paid 15% less because they work 15% less. Men, on average, work more hours than do women.
And they do harder jobs.
I think there's kind of a misunderstanding on what the wage gap is for me. I think I'm kind of confused because the last I looked it up, the wage gap is like 82 cents per the male dollar or something like that.
That's the unadjusted rate. But if you actually adjust it for all variabilities, it shrinks to like...
Including like all the discrepancies
it's like
between race and stuff too?
1%. It's 1% if you adjust for hours worked and all the sorts of
And then all the
discrepancies.
other
And you look at
racially as well. And
the,
then also,
the often reported wage gap where it's like 80, it's always changing.
it
Let's
was
say
76 per the $1
76
something
or
like
80
that, I
cents to
think.
$1. But
Yeah.
that's what that stat is you take all the money women make and you compare it to all the money men make. But men and women make different decisions when it comes to career. We work different hours. There's different professions. There's seniority. There's all kinds of different variables that are uncontrolled for. So it shrinks to like 1%. And you have to ask yourself, if there is a discrepancy, can you necessarily attribute said discrepancy to, for example, sexism? Just because a discrepancy exists does not mean that it's due to, if there's a discrepancy that exists between, say, men and women, is it necessarily because of sexism? I would say not necessarily. It could be, but
I
not
think
necessarily.
that there's definitely possibility, and I don't think we should negate the fact that that's definitely a possibility, but I do think that there is there's a skewed perspective on what really is the contributing factor to that. I'm not the most educated on wage gap per
Sure.
se, so I don't feel that I'm the best to
Here, we're going to move away.
for it,
We're going to move
but
away
yeah.
from the wage gap, but I just want to bring it back to you here for a little second here. So just maybe two other points when it comes to feminism. Do you believe in the patriarchy? That's kind of a feminist position.
You know the answer.
No, do you? I'm asking you. I don't want to. I want to be charitable. I don't want to just assume that you believe. I'd rather just ask you if you believe something or don't believe something.
Yeah.
Because I'd like to treat people as individuals and see what they believe or don't believe. I don't want to just assume you believe whatever it may be.
I'm sorry to cut in. Can we just change the subject because this is a dating podcast and we're clearly not going to get anywhere
Well,
with
it
this.
is related. It is related to the, who should pay on the first date. But
anyways, I would like to ask the panel something unrelated.
We're going to continue on this.
Because she doesn't know what she's talking about.
Okay,
That's
don't
why
worry
I'm
about it.
trying to cut
Relax.
in.
Okay.
Not that, but
As a woman with a small business, if you have equipment signed up, if you're a contractor, whatever you are, you get on the priority list. As a woman owning a business, you get, like, you're first over the men. So I don't even know what radical feminism means, but I don't agree with the whole age gap thing.
Exactly.
Because it's just not true.
Wage gap.
Wait, sorry.
Okay, you said age gap. That's another conversation. So you believe in the patriarchy, correct?
yeah.
Okay. And then another. So just curious, what is your general stance on men?
I mean,
What do you think of
like,
men?
like, do I hate them? No.
Okay.
I feel sorry for them.
Why is that?
I mean, 'cause like, I always see men complaining about women and just like taking this hatred onto women about how, like, how we have, I don't know, maybe if we feel upset, we have someone that can, empathize with us, and like just these little things. And 'cause one thing is like with men, I feel like male friendships, I'm sorry, I'm really anxious, but
It's okay.
Male friendships, like, most of the time they aren't really anything, like, they don't have substance,
Between male and male, you mean? Or?
Yeah.
Okay.
So do you feel bad for men because you think they have it harder than women?
No,
So why do you feel bad for them?
because there are disadvantages for them as well.
So then how are you a feminist if you think that men
I don't
are
think you know what
disadvantaged?
Because
feminism
we're
is.
trying
I
to
don't.
we're trying to
Can you explain it
understand
to
you, but like you have literally just been dodging the question, not answering it. Like
She's
Well,
been
even
doing
we
okay.
had-
She's been doing okay.
think
I
we're
mean,
just
it's
trying to
okay,
understand
but-
your version of feminism. What do
Yeah,
you
feminism
stand
doesn't
for?
make sense to me. Please explain.
exactly,
There
we
are
we're
so
open
many
we're open minded, but we're trying to like really understand.
I mean, there's like multiple levels. There's different types of feminists.
So what's the radical level?
Yes.
radical
Ezekiel
level.
25
Hold on.
That you believe in.
One sec.
The path of
Oh,
the righteous
Nick, can
man
you,
is beset
or-
on all sides by the inequities of the selfish and the tyranny of evil men.
exposure.
Blessed is he who, in the name of charity and goodwill, shepherds the weak through the valley of the darkness.
Nope. Here, I'll do it. All right, hold on. Oops, what? Okay, thank you, Ezekiel 25:17. Hold on, I got to adjust that. Eric, let's play the. I need to adjust the.
Ezekiel 25:17 donated $100. And I will strike down upon thee with great vengeance and furious anger those who attempt to poison and destroy my brothers. And you will know I am the Lord when I lay my vengeance upon thee.
All right, let's play that video. Eric, can you pull it up? Thank you, Ezekiel 25:17. Appreciate it. Go full screen, please. No. Here, you got to go back to her profile, and then you have to go find the video if you're able to. Okay. Wait. It's like she's in the car. There's like here. Just can you show because I can't. TikTok is whack if you're not logged in. Scroll down. What? No. Scroll down. That the one with the participating in this activity. Yeah, that one.
Do you want to know one of the saddest realizations I recently had? Was that as a liberal woman.
Bro, TikTok's so we can't. Can you just move us over? Sorry, guys. We're doing it live.
Okay, Rush Limbaugh.
Oh, my. Yep. Okay, start from the beginning, please.
Do you want to know one of the saddest realizations I recently had?